I want to share this with my friends who are here right now, and I just thought I would share it in this way also on camera. So again, a heart, a crack, a break, a wound, a darkness there. Something really, really important. I realized one day that the path to my healing through cancer, was through my broken heart. Another way to say that is one of the reasons that I believe I became a hospitable environment for cancer was through a broken heart or a cracked heart or a wounded heart that I've been carrying for many, 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 many years. And so again, I've been called to make a relationship with this. This is part of the healing. And the next one I did was the same day, where I actually began to bring my hand into that wound. This is sort of representative of bringing my awareness, my love, my care into my deeper recesses and deeper wounds of myself. And this kind of image is very common in Christian iconography also. I've been attracted to these kind of images with Jesus touching his wound, and the Buddha talks about it also. And so it's one thing to look at an image, it's another thing to begin to do it. Yeah. So this is keyhole. And the heart that I just showed with the hand going into it, in a sense, that is what I related to as the keyhole. That was the entryway in. In fact, I think, let me take this off, I think when I got done doing this, I wrote, nope, it's not on this one. I wrote a piece associated with this as going through the heart as the keyhole to my healing. Why don't we go right over to this one here? So, this has not been easy. There have been really rewarding moments, but I've had to deal at times with a sense of hopelessness, depression, dark kind of like blah stuff. And one morning I woke up and I was feeling that way, and I read a letter by my mentor, Michael Samuels, who reminded me about the possibility of each day. And when I was reading his letter, because he's very poetic, I heard a bird outside. I heard the raven. And in that moment I cracked, in a sense I broke, and I felt completely different. And so I decided to paint, to sort of seize the moment. So this is a picture of me, and it's not a raven, it's an eagle. I just took an image off of the internet that I painted that is emerging, that in a sense I'm giving birth to. So this is a process about giving birth. One of my early sort of clichéic statements was, this isn't about survival, this is about birthing. And so I'm in the process of birthing something here, and we could say that this is the labor room where I've been for the last 4 months. Over here, this piece here I drew with my left hand of somebody who is Jewel. I was on the massage table with Francesca, and I asked her about how she works with difficult emotions like depression. And we just began to go into it. And through that session, a character emerged within myself, I guess, and it was a little girl, a 9-year-old girl. Her name was Jewel. And she wanted to be known. She wanted me to make a relationship with her. And she didn't want to be forgotten. And she wanted respect and love. And that was, and that's an element of myself. Maybe she's been there a long time. So I say to myself now, and I say to Jewel, I don't forget about you, and I greet these characters every day. In fact, the shirt that I'm wearing now, I bought this color to match and think about her regularly, which is to say, to connect with something really deep and dear inside of myself. And because she had a lime green sweater on, And just for the fun of it, Jewel said she wanted a kite and a pair of boots and an umbrella and a blanket for my bed, because it sometimes gets really cold in here. Okay, so this piece here is more recent and comes from work that I did with John Pateros, who does something called process coaching. I call him my spiritual teacher. Anyway, I did this visualization, and down here, Jewel meets my little Chris inside of me, and they are playing together and want to play together. And this lizard here was kind of like a dark monster, like the thing coming out of the drain, but it was coming out of my body in this visualization, and then it transformed into this beautiful lizard. And part of how I did this was this image here of me, and I had this pain in my shoulder, my back of my shoulder, and John and I working together over the phone, I imagined and I felt like this was a sword actually, and I pulled it out. I pulled the sword out of me, and there it is now. And John asked me, "What is this sword? What is it for?" And I said, I feel like this represents my power. And so I've got this sword in my hands now. I cleaned the blood off of it, and I'm not exactly sure how to use this sword, how to use this power that I'm now holding. But that's part of where I am, and this process of moving into, okay, so here I have this power, and now how am I going to use it? And this takes place at a place where I was with my dear friend Laura Lee, who came to visit over Christmas. So we're going to finish this up now, so we're just going to point over here to this image, which I didn't do. It's an Italian Renaissance painter, but something about it struck me when I went and saw this at the museum. Again, an image of a person emerging from the dark. It's Eros, right? Eros is holding an arrow. Interesting thing. Eros holds an arrow, right? Eros pierces the heart with an arrow. It's the way it is, right? That's the way it is. Okay, one more thing I want you to take a look at here. This beautiful butterfly, my friend Rolf gave me when he came to visit. Rolf came and did a very special sweat lodge ceremony with me with some Native Americans of the Bear Dance clan, and he gave me that. And again, it's something I look at every day. It's blooming, right? A caterpillar goes in and spends time in this dark, cloistered environment, and when the conditions are ready and when enough time has passed, there emerges this beautiful piece. And this beautiful creature, and so that's what I'm doing. And thank you so much for joining me. And if you want to communicate, I'm going to make that information available, and I look forward to communicating, consulting, talking, and wishing you total success in whatever healing it is that you're doing and the way you're making it in this world. And now, me and my two friends here are going to do a little closing ceremony as we wrap up this time here in this beautiful room.